How do I market my coaching business? This is a question that I get asked by a lot of people, especially if you're new to the online space. So in this video, this is what we're really going to be covering is, the different ways that you can actually market your coaching business and which avenue is going to be best for you depending on which stage you're actually at in your business right now. So of course, if you're new to the channel, my name is Andy Mattis. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content that I upload. And also, if you stick until the end, I'm going to be giving you away a special little content calendar which is going to help you actually market your business on social media. And this is going to be the fastest path for you to actually be able to do that stuff with organic marketing, which isn't going to require any funding for stuff like paid advertising. So make sure you stay until the end to get your hands on that. So like I was just kind of saying just a second ago, the best way for you to really market your coaching business really does kind of depend on, your individual circumstance of kind of like where you are in your business, kind of what you've done, whether you're generating, clients, you're getting results from it, you're generating income, or whether you're not. Okay. So the two sort of main, marketing platforms or marketing strategies, should I say, are going to be organic and paid. Okay, so organic is essentially just, free content, a little bit like the video that you're watching right now, where it doesn't cost you any money to actually create the content, use free content. And this is really sort of where like the best quality leads will always come from, just because there's more of like a relationship built there with people versus, like for example, if you're watching this video, there's a possibility that you may have watched some of my other videos. So with that said, there's going to be a little bit more of a relationship there, or you're at least going to know a little bit about me or who I am, versus you just, going to watch a YouTube video or scrolling down Facebook one day and then, an ad pops up, which is basically asking you to buy something. There's a lot less of, a relationship there, a lot less kind of like no like and trust factor. So if you are just starting out in your business, you should not be running paid advertising. Okay, you really should be focusing on things like organic traffic, organic content, and really focusing on building an audience and basically converting people that way. Okay, so you may be wondering, okay, Andy, I'm a beginner, which platform is best for me to market on? Okay, so we're just going to list out a few and I'm going to go through them all individually. Okay, so we have platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and there's going to be like a bunch of others out there as well, but I think those are kind of like the main five. Okay, so we'll start with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is absolutely amazing when it comes to targeting specific people, especially if you have like a coaching business and you're looking to really sort of narrow down your targeting. Okay, so with regards to actually marketing on LinkedIn, with things like posts and stuff like that, is not that much different from Facebook. I think what you'll find is if you have like an actual decent content strategy which you're using on Facebook, it would probably also work on LinkedIn as well. Now, the thing with LinkedIn is they have this feature called the Sales Navigator. Okay, now this is actually a paid tool. So depending on sort of, they ask you a few questions as you're kind of signing up for it, and they will kind of like, recommend which option is best for you. But with the LinkedIn search thing, you can basically really sort of laser target your ideal client on this platform using the Sales Navigator by, doing things like, kind of like, what countries are these people located in, what industry is the company in, roughly how many people are in this company. So if you're only looking to work with, small businesses, you can target that by, putting in filters of companies that have less than 100 employees in there. Okay. You can do it by age. There's just so many different ways that you can really sort of narrow down using this search navigator tool on LinkedIn. And I think this tool costs somewhere in the range of around between 50 to sort of 70 pounds per month. But if you are somebody that's kind of searching, using LinkedIn a lot to search for people for your business, then this is definitely a tool that is worth investing in. And yeah, I have literally just nothing bad to say about the LinkedIn platform itself. It is a brilliant platform to market your business on, and just the way that you can target people is very different to most other platforms out there. Okay, so number 2 is going to be TikTok. Again, this isn't really like a platform that I've massively kind of dived into myself. I do know a lot of people that have had like ridiculous success with this platform, just down to the fact of, you could create like a video. I've literally watched one of my friends create the second video that he ever created on TikTok, and it literally got like over 25,000 views within like the first 24 hours or something, 48 hours or something crazy like that. So like the potential that you have just from this platform to build a huge following really fast is, I think that's what really kind of appeals most people to this platform. And I've even seen people use this platform, build a huge following, and use this in ways to actually kind of grow their YouTube channels and stuff like that. So TikTok is typically, typically kind of short, 1 to 3 minute videos, which you could really just sort of be giving, kind of like brief snippets of information and really sort of building a following that way. But then also, you could be sort of linking out to like an online calendar, like maybe a funnel or something like that, where, if somebody is interested in what it is that you have to offer, they can click the link in your bio and they can go through the funnel steps. They can opt in, maybe watch a video and go through the next steps and move closer towards being a client with you. Okay. So platform number 3 is going to be YouTube. Just like what you're watching right now is, organic content through YouTube. And for me, this is the #1 platform long term. Okay. So if you just start this, maybe isn't going to be the fastest platform, but this is the #1 platform for long-term sustainability. And I will get into that why in just a second. Okay. So if you just sort of like really sit down and just think about like, maybe an old song that you like from back in the day, you could go and type that song into YouTube right now. Okay. And it could have been uploaded 15, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, right? And that video is still getting views. And this is what makes YouTube so unique, is that once you build up your channel to a point where people are watching your content every single day, you can literally build things up to a point where this channel is now bringing in new leads and new sales for your business on a daily basis from videos that you created 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. There's no other social media platform that just continues to work like that. So YouTube is essentially digital real estate, because those videos never stop working. They continue to work 24/7, 365. So for me, this is the #1 platform to really be marketing your coaching business on. It's definitely not the fastest platform for you to build your coaching business on, but it's definitely the best one, especially for long-term sustainability, where you're going to need to be marketing your business. You're going to need that constant lead flow. Like YouTube is just in a league of its own, in my opinion. Okay. Platform number 4 is going to be Facebook. Without a doubt, this is going to be the fastest platform for you to be able to market your business on, in my opinion anyway. This is the actual platform in which I built a 6-figure business when I was coaching in the affiliate marketing space. It's just so quick to be able to do that. But I just basically want to explain like the pros and cons with Facebook. Although it's going to be the fastest platform for you to build a business on, there are some cons to it. So I just want to basically quickly just explain how the Facebook algorithm works so that you understand where I'm going with this. Okay, so if you've ever seen a post on Facebook that's gone viral, you would have seen that there's like, lots of engagement, there's lots of people commenting on it, there's lots of people liking on it. And essentially what Facebook does is when let's say for example that I create a Facebook post, okay, and I post it on Facebook, and let's say nobody engages on it, nobody comments on it, nobody likes it. Facebook will show that post to, let's say for example, like 10 people, but if nobody engages on it, they're not going to show it to anyone else. Okay. But if I put that post out there, okay, and then you comment on it, Facebook will show it to 10 people. But then when you comment on it, they're going to test it against another 20 people. Okay. And then somebody else comments on it, they're going to test it against another 50 people. And this is how these posts go viral on Facebook. Okay. Because there's constantly people commenting on it. So Facebook's essentially boosting out to, thousands and thousands of more people. And this is how it goes viral. But the second people stop engaging on it, that post will go dead. Okay, so essentially, in order for Facebook to work well for you, you have to keep feeding it. Okay, but the pro with Facebook is that you can literally start seeing results within like the first couple of days. Not everyone will, but you can literally see results that quickly through Facebook, which makes it very good, especially if you're just starting out and you're looking for quick results. Like Facebook is where I recommend you be. Okay, and like I said, if you stick towards the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you away a 7-day promotional cycle content calendar, which you can use to actually start, grow and scale your business using this system on Facebook. So I'm not actually going to get into too much detail about how to kind of do that stuff now. I'm going to be talking about it in just a second on how you can actually get your hands on this content calendar, which you'll be able to implement straight away in your business. But before I do that, I just want to quickly go into the last one, which is obviously Instagram. And obviously Instagram is fairly it's not the same as Facebook. It's fairly similar, but obviously with Instagram it's more like visuals. You can't recreate a post unless you have, an image in there or some kind of like media. But obviously you can add text and stuff like that as well. So again, Instagram isn't really a platform that I've massively dived into myself. But yeah, there's some people having like, massive success with Instagram marketing. But obviously, like I said, there is really no other platform out there that really kind of touches YouTube, sorry. So that is where I recommend kind of like sticking with, or if you are looking for fast results within your business, then I recommend kind of, going down the Facebook route. Now we've discussed, the whole organic content side of things. If you are under 10K per month, that is 100% where you should be starting. You shouldn't even be thinking about running paid advertising until you are at least over that sort of 10K per month mark. And even if you are over that level, you should only really be thinking about running paid advertising if you have, I would say at least $5,000, put aside, which you can afford to lose. Okay, which is the important thing, because if you go into running paid advertising, there is a high possibility that you could lose every penny that you invest into it. So it's always best to go into it with the mindset of, okay, I could lose every penny that I invest. I'm not going to invest in paid advertising unless I literally have money which I can afford to throw down the drain, and it's not going to leave you in a worse situation by thinking that you're going to invest in these ads, make a bunch of money back, and it doesn't actually happen. Okay, so it's always good to go into stuff with that mindset so you don't actually screw yourself over, and end up regretting your decisions. Okay, so if you are like a little bit more of an advanced level marketer, like we've just spoken about, kind of, where you are, where you are with things. If you are a beginner, the different platforms, the different organic things that you can use. If you are a little bit more advanced, you still want to be doing that organic stuff. I would say, like, maybe at least bare minimum 50%, 50 to 80% of it should be organic anyway, because like I said, that's where the best quality traffic is going to come from. But if you are like, a little bit more advanced and you are running paid advertising, there is, a huge opportunity to reach people all over the world with paid ads. Okay, like YouTube ads are quite hot right now as well. And this is where funnels will be useful, okay? Because if you are running paid advertising, it is useful for you to have a funnel, to basically redirect people. When they click on the ad, they're going to go to a little funnel, and then you're going to, walk them through the step-by-step process and stuff like that. So like, really, like, here's kind of like how, the market's kind of gone over like the last 10 years. Like about 10 years ago, like, Google AdWords were like the hot thing. You go onto Google and you search something, and the top couple of searches are going to be, ads. And then Google ads started to get really expensive. And then, they were a bit expensive for a lot of marketers to use. And this is when Facebook ads really started to blow up. So Facebook ads were the hot thing. And then, similar things happened over the years. Is once people get onto the platform, Facebook ads have now started to get quite expensive as well. And then now YouTube ads seem to be the hot thing, which all marketers are kind of switching to right now. So, you can sort of see trends depending on when you're watching this video, because like I said, this is YouTube. Somebody could be watching this 5 years from now and the trend could be completely different. But there are just so many different kind of, avenues on where you can actually market your business, using paid advertising. And, the opportunity to just reach millions of people all over the world is just absolutely huge with this. So I hope this really kind of helps on, how to market your coaching business, guys. Now, with funnels or without funnels is probably going to be the next question. Andy, you've given us all of these platforms. Do I market my business with a funnel or without a funnel? And this is quite like interesting as well. So just in case you're not aware, a funnel is essentially just like sort of like, a system of pages, like website pages, which take people through a specific process to a desired outcome. Okay, so if you think about like a website you go on there, you've got the homepage, you've got the about section, you've got the, contacts, you've got all of these different places where you can click around. But on a funnel, you may land on this page and you can only go to the next step. Okay, so you may land on this page, you can only opt in to go and watch the video. You can only go to the calendar. There's a system that you can go through. You can't click around and go other places. So essentially, this is what a funnel is. And people are asking, like, should I market my business with a funnel or without a funnel? And here's the funny thing is, like, if you're just starting out, I highly recommend just focusing on doing it without a funnel. You don't really need one. And the interesting thing is, like, a lot of people, when they come into the online space, they say, okay, I need a website, I need a funnel, I need to build all of this stuff, I need a fancy business name, I need a fancy business card and all of this stuff. And they spend all of this time building out this fancy website. And then they have the biggest problem is they don't know how to get traffic to it. Okay, if you have a website, you still need to get eyeballs on it. And if you're watching this video on how to market my coaching business, then you probably don't need a website if you are trying to work out how to actually market your business at the moment. So, just kind of bear that in mind. Don't get hung up on building all these fancy websites and stuff like that, because that's not really going to move the needle forward for your business. So I would recommend, if you are just starting out and you want quick results within the next, 30 to 60 days, checking out the 7-day content calendar, okay? Which I'm going to link to somewhere down in the, let's say the first comment down below in the comment section. And I'm not really going to go through in too much detail on how to actually use this stuff, because I'm actually going to link to a video somewhere up above where I've actually gone through and I've actually giving you a step-by-step process where I go into every single post and tell you how, how to actually structure your post, how to actually structure your content on Facebook, so you can actually go out there and market this stuff for yourself. Okay, so if you're just starting out, no, you don't need a funnel. I would focus personally on, Facebook, and maybe kind of like, mixing in a little bit of YouTube on there as well, but really focusing on Facebook, building an audience, and just really sort of building relationships with people, connecting with people, building an audience, publishing content, really sort of building an audience, but also warming that audience up to you. Okay, it's not all just about going in there and marketing your stuff and just trying to sell. Some people need to warm up to you. Some people need an extra month. Some people need an extra 2 months to just consume a bit of your content and just see what it is you're about. Okay, so if any of you are stuck and you are looking for help, kind of like structuring, to basically start, launch, or scale your coaching business, then click on the first link down in the description and schedule a call to speak with me directly. And don't forget to check out my playlist on how to make money online. I will link to that one somewhere to the side in just a second. All right.